Hello everyone, my name is Lakna. Welcome to my channel. So in this video I want to talk about the month of August, and in these monthly updates I love to use a blend of the Vedic astrology, tarot and numerology because I find that especially these three modes of interpreting energies are so divinely and deeply interconnected, and when you look into the universe in general at large, everything is somehow interconnected, so of course it makes sense. So for this month of August, this is a number 7 month. When you add up the number 16, it is 7, and these are the two main numerology energies coming through. When you look at these numbers as well, I want to add the number 16. So the number 1 is ruled by the sun, the number 6 is ruled by Venus, and the number 7 is ruled by the moon. Then when we look into the tarot, the number 16 is ruled by the Tower card, and the number 7 is the Chariot card. So these are two of the major archetypal energies coming through from tarot this month of August. So I just want to give a quick summary of what is going on, and then I will go deeper into what these all mean. With Vedic astrology this month, we have on the 4th of August the first new moon, which is in the sign of Cancer in the nakshatra called Ashlesha. Then the day after that we have Mercury stationing to go retrograde. From the 5th of August until the 29th of August, almost the entire month, Mercury will be retrograde. And this is very significant because this is a massive part of the month. And Mercury going retrograde, we all feel that it is quite a significant effect on our energy levels and even what we experience in the internal and external. So Mercury will be retrograding in the sign of Leo, and towards the end of the month will move back into Cancer. So these are also two major planets, zodiac signs that we really need to look into in our own charts in this month of August, because we all have the sign of Cancer and Leo in our charts. There is a house ruled by those two signs, and it's important for us to focus on those two houses and the energies that will be highlighted in this time of August for us to really go back and revisit and refresh, renew, revise, perfect, and see things in a different perspective. And Saturn is also retrograde, so we are going back. We have started this for a while now. We've been going back to really clear out karma and make things right in our life. And so yeah, I really highly recommend that you look into those two signs, the Leo and Cancer. Also, Leo is ruled by the sun, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I mentioned the three main planets influencing us this month is the sun, the moon, and Venus. So Venus as well is to do with our heart and what, like, really loving ourselves and following our heart, being connected to our divine feminine energy and really allowing, being receptive. So think about that as well. Think about the sun and the moon, the balancing energies of our masculine and feminine. The sun really being comfortable and confident in ourselves, really shining our light bright and being unapologetically who we're supposed to be, in our power, in our leadership sort of position if we need to be, in our authority. Doesn't matter if you're a leader or a boss or whatever, you don't need to necessarily have that title, but just being in charge of your own life and being the leader and the main character of your own life. And then with that moon energy is really being in touch with yourself on a deeper level, on a soul level. And that moon energy is very much that Cancer energy, which we have quite a bit of this month, along with the Leo energy. But it is really about balancing those two. When we look at the sign of Cancer and then moving into Leo, which is very much that new moon that we start off the month with in Ashlesha, is at the very end of Cancer, and then after Ashlesha we move straight into Leo. So Ashlesha is really about sort of healing and like really integrating those final bits of the energy of Cancer so that we are prepared to tap into that Leo energy. So I'll talk about this more in my new moon video update, but just have a feel into what that means for you to really integrate and process and embody that Cancerian energy of being really emotionally secure and strong in yourself, and really like honoring your emotions and honoring your soul and your heart, really giving yourself the time and space to feel safe and comfortable in your home, with your family, especially with your mother, building that deeper connection with all of those things, but especially with your inner world, like having a really good relationship with you, so that you can then move into more of that fiery Leo energy of being able to step outside of the home and really shine and really, get up on a stage if you want to, or be a leader, like show up for something that you really believe in. Share your creative gifts with the world if you need to. Like, we all have our unique ways of really showing up for ourselves and standing in our power. Whatever that means for you, it's all going to be unique, and we all have Leo and Cancer in different parts of different houses in our charts as well. So yeah, there can be different themes playing out for all of us, but have a think about that. Looking into the tarot, so the 16, which is the Tower card, let's talk a little bit about this. So the Tower card it does look a little bit scary, but don't be alarmed. It doesn't have to be. The Tower card does sort of indicate some sort of unexpected changes and upheaval that can take place that we didn't see coming, a sort of surprise change, and that doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be so sudden and unexpected if we are really allowing the time and the space to hear the divine and to pay attention to what we are supposed to be changing in our life and supposed to be allowing to crumble and disintegrate and release from our lives. So this is what the Tower really wants for us, is to allow for those buildings that are really not serving us, these places of security that we have created that are really not aligned. Those, if we are holding on to those too tightly, they will crumble. And that is actually very much aligned with the new moon that we will be starting the month with on the 4th of August. This nakshatra of Ashlesha, the sort of, I don't want to say toxic, but it is toxic because Ashlesha has the ability to carry poisons. It's literally poisonous toxins that don't serve us. So this is the theme of this month that is going to be illuminated. Last month we also had the Devil card as the major archetypal energy. So that full moon that we just had at the end of July has also been illuminating to us that energy that is keeping us in that devil-like state of mind, where we are keeping ourselves chained, very loosely chained, where we have the choice to take off those chains and free ourselves. Similarly, this new moon in Ashlesha really likes to cling and hold on to things, to this time, instead of the Capricorn full moon, which was about material security, this Ashlesha is more about keeping emotionally secure. This is something that is going to be illuminated at the time of this month, moving into the full moon in Aquarius, who is, the sign of Aquarius is very rebellious, very independent, and very free. We have to really be tapping into this energy of where are we looking for a false sense of emotional security outside of ourselves. And if we are, these things will crumble if we don't allow them to disintegrate, if we don't allow for the natural process of releasing and just being non-attached. We will go through these tower moments, and that's nothing to be afraid of, because whatever is falling away from our life is happening for our highest good, because after this tower moment we become lighter, more renewed, stronger. We go through spiritual awakenings, we go through transformations, and we step more into our power, more into that Leo energy of really owning ourselves, owning our light, and shining that out to the world, and sharing ourselves in such a powerful way, sharing our gifts, sharing our creativity, really being unafraid to show up as we truly are. That is also a lot of that Aquarian energy, which we are moving into by the end of the month. Then the Chariot Tarot. So this is another major archetypal theme. The Chariot, when a lot of the tarot decks that I've looked at, the Chariot, you actually see it just moving really fast, but in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which I go by the most, you can see that the Chariot is actually not moving. It's standing still. It's really just in this meditative state of just preparing for the next journey that it's about to embark on, the travel, the planning for where it's going to go next. And this is very much aligned with the Mercury going retrograde energies. We are going to be in this point in time in August where it's not necessarily stand still. It's sort of like time traveling back in a way, and going back to our past to heal, to renew, to really revisit things so we can really sort of purify our energy and purify ourselves, and really clarify what is important to us and what path we should be taking next, because we don't want to be moving full speed ahead on this Chariot towards these goals that are not aligned with ourselves, and we won't know that for sure unless we do have these retrograde periods of time for us to be forced to go back, to slow down, to reflect, and to revisit everything, and to really make sure that where we are heading is still aligned with who we are and who we are becoming more and more of, because it is in our natural nature, it is in our nature as humans to be growing consistently and changing and evolving and morphing into different versions of ourselves. And we may have one goal that we created 2 years ago, 1 year ago, even a week ago, that may no longer align with us. So we need to make sure that all of our goals are still aligned. So that is something big this month of August. When Mercury goes retrograde, this is a calling for us to really slow down, to go more within, to take time out in our days to be a bit more present, to maybe meditate more, to journal, reflect more, to allow our batteries to really recharge, because we are slowing down for a divine purpose at this time. We can't continue to move full speed ahead all days and all times of the year. if we imagine our bodies to be kind of like this chariot, the chariot will also get run down at some point if it's not allowed a break. So you can see this chariot is at a standstill. And just like the chariot, just like our bodies, even technology needs a break. Literally everything I feel carries some sort of level of consciousness, and these consciousness is, we're all needing a break to slow down. And this is why we need to also be more patient and understanding and really listen to people when they're speaking. Double, triple check before you send a message, before you send an email. Make sure that like you are allowing for that misunderstandings to potentially occur, and you're prepared for that, and that you are communicating as clear as possible, because we are all going to be a little bit slower in this time. And that's because we're not so much focused on giving out externally. We're more so like retreating back to ourselves. So the energy that we do expend into the external world isn't as strong in this time, and that's okay. This is powerful because we have the potential to really purify our inner worlds on such a deep level with Saturn and Mercury both retrograde. So also, when you look at these two cards, you can see that there is a underlying need to find a real strong sense of yourself, to be grounded in both of these situations, to really be sure of yourself. Here, you need to be sure of yourself to know which path you're going to be taking, which next steps you're going to take, what direction, what route you're going through. You really need to be sure and confident to guide yourself through on this chariot. With the Tower card, you really need to be emotionally strong and centered and grounded and present, and yeah, you need to feel those things in your being to be able to really deal with these moments that do occur in our life, when we go through the contrasting experience, when things do crumble and fall apart and disintegrate, and when we do undergo these chaotic transformations in our life. What the energies that help us, guide us through, is really being centered and grounded and really emotionally strong and secure in ourselves. And sometimes these emotional foundations that we have, which could be seen as this building, sometimes they are false. They are not aligned with our highest truth of love. Sometimes we're looking too much in the external world for emotional security and strength, when we should be going within to find that, to be really sure and secure in ourselves. So that is just something to think about this month. Is there anywhere in your life that you can relate to with that? And especially looking into the houses that are ruled by Leo and Cancer for you, because those are the themes that will come up this month. But it's really a powerful month for us to go within and to really connect with our inner world this month, our families, our home, our mother and the maternal line, and our like parenting of being our own mother to ourselves and nurturing ourselves, connecting with that divine, feminine, warm, comforting energy, so that we can also, through that, move into that powerful masculine Leo energy of really owning our light and standing in our power and being the main character of our life. So yeah, these are two powerful themes coming up this month of August, along with the other themes that I mentioned. I hope that you all have a really powerful, uplifting, healing, transformative, and really evolving month of August. I would love to hear any stories that come up for you and anything that resonates with what I've shared. I hope that this video does resonate with all of you that have listened, and I will be seeing you all in my next new moon video update. Happy August, everyone.